Esto te despierta. Te levantas con ganas de entrenar, de ir a trabajar. El agua ya sale a 2 grados. Ya sale a 2 grados el agua, pero si nos hace falta hielo, pues yo creo que no hay que preocuparse mucho.
Canelo's not just casually shadowboxing and sipping Gatorade, he's going full cinematic mode. His training looks like a Rocky sequel, but funded by Gucci. He's got elite strength coaches pushing him to flip tractor tires the size of compact cars, then plunging into ice baths like he's baptizing himself in pure agony. This isn't a workout, it's war prep. No spa days, no luxury vibes, just Canelo submerged in ice-cold water, stone-faced like he's mapping out every shot to Bud's rib cage. While the average person would be begging for a towel, he's locked in like a machine. People forget Canelo at 168 doesn't train to get by. He trains to break you.
My side, I'm gonna put my best, and I'm gonna try my best to put a great show. You know my style. My side, if I move, it's gonna be a great fight. If I go forward, it's gonna be a good fight. I always go there and try to do my best.
While Bud's up in the mountains trying to make gravity quit, Canelo's down in Mexico trading leather like he's earning bonuses for knockouts during sparring. This isn't your run-of-the-mill training, it's that built different mindset. And here's the twist, those endless ice baths. They're not just about recovery. They're mental warfare. You can read a fighter's soul by how long they sit in freezing water without so much as a twitch.
I could compare like with the Canelo, yeah? He put all his energy, all his power on.
Canelo treats that ice tub like it's another round, no flinching, no shortcuts. He knows Bud's got the ring IQ to adapt mid-fight, so he's not just building power, he's sharpening his mind to force those adjustments under fire. And just when you think it's all grit and grind, boom, Roy Jones Jr. steps in like the OG uncle at the cookout, dropping gems so real the whole room goes silent, plates mid-air.
Canelo fights the absolute correct fight that he can fight, the only correct fight that he can fight. He does have a chance, and I think he could be victorious.
Roy's basically saying, sure, big guys pack power, but greatness isn't measured in inches. That's a direct shot of confidence straight into Bud's camp. Because if anyone's slick enough to flip the narrative, it's Crawford. Roy's out here reminding us that brains and skill can outshine brute force. And here's where he really stirred the pot, he's giving both men their flowers. Because at the end of the day, a good big man beats a bad small man, but when both are great, that's where legends are made.
Good bad guy, but a great little guy. I mean, does beat a great small guy, but a great small guy beats a good big guy. I think we're not talking about a good small guy. I think we're talking about a great small guy. You understand me? So this great small guy, like you saw with me, a great.
But you can hear it, Roy's leaning toward Bud, like his low-key picking sides at a family cookout. And honestly, I get it. Canelo's got the skills, the resume, the belts. But sometimes, you look at him and wonder, is he still starving for greatness, or just full from feasting too long at the legacy buffet? Meanwhile, Crawford, man stays hungry like he skipped breakfast, lunch, and dinner just to make a statement. That kind of hunger, that's dangerous. That's the mindset that rewrites history.
I'm not saying I'm leaning toward him. I love both guys. Both guys are great fighters. Well, I can't say I'm leaning. I am leaning toward Crawford. I am. And not because Canelo is not a great fighter, but because I don't know. I don't know if Canelo's hungry. Bud never got the recognition for what he deserves. Like
Roy basically laid it out. A man with nothing left to prove is dangerous, but a man who still feels overlooked. That's straight nightmare fuel. So the real question is, does Canelo walk in like the king of the castle, or does Bud kick the door down like he's done waiting for his crown? Because let's be honest, if Canelo shows up anything less than fully locked in, Bud's gonna season that plate and eat it right in front of him. But if Canelo's focused, you're looking at a tank coming downhill with no brakes. This ain't just a fight. It's pride, hunger, and legacy throwing hands all at once. And when that bell rings, We find out who's
hungry
really
for
built
that
for it.
recognition. When you're hungry like that, a determined man, it's very hard to detour. And like I said, because of Canelo's size and because of all his accolades, if he went out and fought the perfect fight, it's going to be hard.
Now hold up, just when Roy had us all nodding like, yeah, Bud might actually cook here, Regis Prograis walked in and hit the brakes like that one uncle yelling, "Don't touch the thermostat." Regis came with zero fluff. Forget all that greatness talk, weight classes exist for a reason. And honestly, I feel him. Let's not pretend Canelo ain't exactly a light snack. That man's built like he eats steel for breakfast and casually bench presses refrigerators on rest days.
Crawford is really good, but look what he did to Jamel. Just shut him down. You know what I mean? The power is just, they make weight class for a reason. I think that I don't see him beating Canelo. Could be wrong, but right now I don't.
Regis looked at Bud like, bro, this ain't just chess, it's sumo chess. Wrong board, wrong pieces. And if you know Regis, you know he doesn't sugarcoat. He'll warn you like a real one, but the kind of warning that sounds more like a challenge, and he wasn't done. Regis doubled down like he's sitting on pocket aces at the poker table. Said Crawford stepping up to fight Canelo is like bringing a butter knife to a barbecue. You might slice some bread, but you're not cutting any ribs.
Disputed at 154, and Canelo hit him, and Jamel was like, hell no. Jamel took a knee. Crawford had that one fight at 154, and he didn't, Madrimov would touch him up a little bit. And this.
Jamal was undisputed at 154, and the moment Canelo landed on him, Jamal was like, hell no. He took a knee, no hesitation. Crawford had that one fight at 154, and sure, Magomedov touched him up a bit, but that's nowhere near Canelo's level. This is a whole different beast, and I can't lie, Regis is talking spicy, but it makes sense. Jamal felt Canelo's shot and hit the canvas like his Wi-Fi just cut out. Now imagine Bud, who's not even fully built at 168 yet, trying to take those same punches. That's like going from Nerf guns straight to rocket launchers overnight. Still, if Bud actually pulls this off, forget Mount Rushmore, put that man's face on the $100 bill. But until then, Regis got a point. Size, power, and that Mexican fighting pride. Those don't come with a receipt you can just return.
See that Crawford can beat Canelo. It's just like that punch resistance is something else. They make weight classes for a reason. If he could beat him, man, I think he on the Mount Rushmore of fighters if Crawford can pull this off.
First up, we got Roy Jones Jr., the wise uncle who's seen it all, dropping knowledge about Crawford's mad skills but reminding us Canelo's greatness isn't up for debate. Then Regis Prograis steps in like the no-nonsense homie who calls it like it is, reminding everyone weight classes are real for a reason, basically saying you can't stroll into the heavyweight party with a featherweight ID, and just when you think the conversation's settled, Jamal Charlo crashes the scene, bringing receipts straight from his own family playbook.
He thought going up in weight, I gotta get massive, I gotta get big to beat Canelo. It made him slower, it made his reflexes slower. He'll tell you.
Jamal's saying his brother bulked up for Canelo and ended up moving like he was swimming through molasses, straight up underwater. That's real talk. He's basically warning Bud, don't turn into a gym rat just to absorb Canelo's shots. Stick to what makes you dangerous. Charlo was blunt, bulking slowed his brother down, reflexes dipped, and he wasn't the same fighter who styled on Tony Harrison. And if Crawford tries the same move, he won't be the Crawford who iced Gamboa or steamrolled through welterweights. At 168, Bud might not even look like himself, more like a rental version. And the kicker? Charlo isn't even picking sides. He's like, I'm not choosing either of these dudes. That's when you know it's serious, when a fighter'd rather chill with popcorn than crown a winner.
The money is good, but I don't expect Terence Crawford to be the Terence Crawford that was knocking out Gamboa, doing all. I don't expect that type of Terence Crawford.
But does it look Canelo?
I'm not picking.
Jamal's saying his brother bulked up for Canelo and ended up moving like he was swimming through molasses, straight up underwater. That's real talk. He's basically warning Bud, don't turn into a gym rat just to absorb Canelo's shots. Stick to what makes you dangerous. Charlo was blunt, bulking slowed his brother down, reflexes dipped, and he wasn't the same fighter who styled on Tony Harrison. And if Crawford tries the same move, he won't be the Crawford who iced Gamboa or steamrolled through welterweights. At 168, but might not even look like himself, more like a rental version. And the kicker? Charlo isn't even picking sides. He's like, I'm not choosing either of these dudes. That's when you know it's serious, when a fighter'd rather chill with popcorn than crown a winner.
Absorb Canelo punches and artists, but that's not, technically, that's not the Crawford that we're gonna see. And then Crawford going up there to fight Canelo at 68, when he's not a 68 pounder, where's the